guys, welcome back to the fur shed. Oh man, friggin' skunk up here. That thing stinks. It's all I can smell. Can't tell you how many times I've bumped my head off of it. This is my favorite hat. It's probably gonna end up being the fur shed hat. Anywho, this will be part 2 of our beaver video. Today we're gonna tack it up. This is a project I'm doing for a good friend of mine. He was an old teacher of mine in high school, Mr. Lee. This isn't the biggest beaver, but it's just like really good fur, a really good prime beaver, and I think he'll enjoy it. So let's get started. All right, guys, so as you can see, I have this pattern drawn on it. You do not need to do this. I never really started using these until the last year or two. Personally, I like it. It takes a lot of the guesswork out of the beaver. I use nails to tack them. What I do, and if you buy nails, they're 8D galvanized box nails. Make sure you buy smooth shank. Some of them I bought in the past are not, and those are my use, you know, at last resort. They're just crappy nails, and when I run low, I've got 2 friggin' coffee containers full of these, but when you're doing a ton of beavers, you go through them quick. Well, first thing I do, we'll kind of get our general idea of where the beaver is going to lay out. Probably going to land on our green mark, 52 inches. We can always adjust as we start laying them out to get them relatively centered on there. Tip of the nose. So I give it a light tap, pull it in, whack. So I'm going to do the nose, the tail, and the 2 sides first. I don't have a very good solid table. Usually you can just do these in one good whack, but I have an old wire reel. Alright, so you can see we might end up, oh no, that might actually pull fine. So now I'm going to go to the back legs. So we've kind of made, I don't know what you want to call it, like a bat wing. What I call it. So I get right on the edge, tap. See, that's going to be a little too snug. We might have to bring it in. This is the first beaver I put up all season. Now with these lines, sometimes they don't fall exactly on the lines. I don't think that's a big deal. It's just a good good guide. Like you'll see, like here we're not quite on the green. We're gonna end up probably pulling this guy in a hair. Now we start working in between our nails. So we'll go cheek. That's kind of the problem with a flimsy table. You're not getting as good as a hit. Pretty much how this is you just keep going in between nails, until you can't get in between any more nails. And you're not pulling super tight. You don't want to tear it. You're just, you know, give it a whack, pull it taut. It will get tighter as you tack it. God, that skunk. Pretty stinky. That was the first skunk I've ever trapped. Well, trapped and took the fur. I've trapped plenty in Havahart in the past, but that one sprayed when I dispatched it. And I didn't get sprayed, but the wind blew it right into my face. And my clothes, I had to throw away all my clothes. My house smelled like skunk for about a week. You know, I love my wife to death because she definitely puts up with my crap. I think she thinks I'm a bit mentally ill, but hey man, we all gotta have a hobby. Might end up pulling a couple of these nails in. A lot of guys cut the face. I think I don't really do it. I think they'll cut the nose off, and that can really achieve a more rounder appearance. I like to keep them on. I've sent beavers to fur harvesters plenty in the past. I've never had a complaint. I might do a couple more of these guys just to get them tanned. I wouldn't mind trying to sell a few on my own. So, I don't know if you can see this, but when you look, let me check the camera. So when you look like right here, it's kind of like a crescent moon. So all I do is constantly pull that. I'm filling that gap and pulling it until there's no more of that. So here we'll put another nail, and we'll continue doing that until it's all just one shape. This nail should probably come in a hair. You kind of get the feel. You know, it's a little bit of finesse. But if you can see, you got that little crescent there. Tack it, pull it. Definitely better to do this on a more solid table. You know, you get the vibration, and it kind of, some of the nails will bounce out. So I'm just filling every void that I can. Not every, but where it needs it with a nail. Work around and around. little bit of flesh or something we left on there. It's tedious work, but you can get pretty quick at this. You know, we're taking our time. You can see we're getting more of a like even edge. Now I'll start filling any voids where I think it needs it. Yeah, a lot of guys will cut the face off of them. I like more of a natural appearance, and I know the gentleman that is receiving this would appreciate that. Pull that one in just a hair. You can see, guys, it's a lot of nails. I would be interested in trying to hoop a beaver one day, but this is the way I was taught, and it's kind of stuck with me. We're almost done. Just gonna pull this one in to just kind of help it match. All right, guys, so that is tacked, stretched. It's looking like around a 52-inch beaver, probably a little less, but we'll go ahead, we'll clean them up, we'll cut the legs. Rosie, go on, girl. Ring the back legs, and then we'll tack those shut. All right, So before I tack the legs or before I ring them, just any little bit of fat that's right there, I'll pull it right to the edge. Right to the edge of the leg. Those are clean. We'll clean that up with a round knife. And I'm doing that just because we're cutting them anyways. So, just ringing them. Just that outer edge. Cutting just the tip of the leg. All right. Front legs, I just tack just the edge, pull it in. Pull it in. Put a couple nails in them just to seal them shut. I don't think you need to do this, but I do think it gives it a better appearance. All right, back legs. One little right on the edge, pull it in. Bottom, kind of in the corners. One more in the middle. All right. Now, just any big chunks I'll take off with my round knife. A lot of this stuff will melt, but anything like right there, kind of clean that up. Get under it the best you can. Just be careful, take your time. Pretty damn good. Last thing I do, one of the last things, I don't even know what this is, old scraper of some sort, and I'll just go and scrape towards the head. See all that grease. Gonna help it dry. As these dry too, what I'll do every once in a while, or when I notice it, when it's sweating a little bit, I'll come in with a rag and wipe it down, get a lot of that excess grease off. Last thing, clean this. So the last thing you want to do is take a nail, start wherever it's easy to remember, bottom, and just in between, lift it up. You want to get air under there. You don't want it right down to the board. And that's it, guys. That's a put-up beaver. That's how I do it. All right, till next time.